Okay, we've made it to the Musicians District. Let's make our way up to the square. So we do need to use introspection before we go to the academy, and I assume the academy is going to be one of the buildings up here. Now we can check out the alley where Dana Rose met that guy and did the little drawing in the wet cement. So let's go and check that out.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Stop!
Oh dear. Help! Help! Someone! Help!
Oscar?
Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it!
Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now!
All right then. Oscar! Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar?
Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while. And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the Music Academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, traveling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar, and you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
I'm so glad he's back.
Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again. Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made it through. Bullet holes. The brown shadow must have shot people dead here. How horrible.
While we're here, let's take a look at the diary and see if there's been any updates. Dear Mrs. Foster, I hope this finds you well. I must admit that your last letter left me slightly confused. So Miss Walker called you a few days before you sent it, right? It's deplorable that she has once again refused to conduct herself reasonably. and instead become hostile toward you. I fully understand your reservation as to trying to make Miss Walker return to the USA. Can anyone really help someone who refuses to be helped? Is there a limit to the number of times you can be pushed away by the very person you are trying to help? Believe me, Olivia, these are valid questions, and questions that I frequently ask myself too. Haven't I, too, been treated harshly by Miss Walker and her various travel buddies? I was only trying to help her. But it's important to put things into perspective. Kate Walker is still in mourning. In fact, she's in mourning not just for her mother, but also for her friends, Katusha and Oscar. When she's alone in the middle of the night, who knows what terrible memories come to hound her. I suspect it's these feelings that are making her hostile to those who are only trying to act in her best interest. Wasn't it the case when she made that night call here? So with all due respect, no, I cannot give up the hunt for Miss Walker. So I guess it's just too bad if I have to go on now without any generous patronage of your good self and your husband Dan. My latest lead shows that Kate Walker went to the Academy of Music, and so that's where I'm heading today to try to find her. And there we are. Let's see if we can find the store where Dana drew the little swan. Should just be down here somewhere. And here we are at the Music Square. I guess we can check out the piano first of all. And the Academy should just be over there. Let's quickly have a look at the piano. Same piano that Dana Rose played 70 years ago. Due to the forthcoming computerization of the mechanical orchestra of the musical square, playing this piano is strictly forbidden until further notice. Okay.
I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been mechanically sealed. Strange. I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the Music Academy to study. And who knows, maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition.
And that's the Academy just straight ahead. It is looking a little bit worse for wear. We are going to check out the rest of the square later. For now, let's head on inside. It definitely needs a bit of work. Vaghen marked 60 years of liberation with the Music Academy anniversary celebrations. A ceremony that drew hundreds of people into the streets of Vaghen culminated with a solemn tribute to the heroes of the liberation at Vaghen Music Academy, followed by a jubilant outdoor ball on the musical square. The liberation shook Osterthal and renewed hope in the world. said the Mayor of Vaghen in an address at the Symbolic Music Academy, where he decorated veterans and resistance members including Mark Thomas, Jules Marcat and Yvonne Leclerc. The Music Academy, a century-old teaching establishment before the war, became the command and tour of the Brown Shadow before hosting Allied headquarters after the liberation. Upon the departure of the Allies, and thanks to finance from the Marshall Plan, it was able to recover its initial role as a place of musical learning. It was on a more somber note, however, that the rector of the academy concluded that the drop in number of inscriptions, along with the continued decrease of council grants over a period of 2 decades, due to austerity policies maintained by successive councils, have plunged the academy into a grave financial crisis. He warned that the academy is on the brink of bankruptcy and indicated that the closure of the academy is imminent. Vaghen's tribute to its liberation was the last in a series of 60th anniversary commemorations by Osterthal, marking critical moments leading to the capitulation of the Brown Shadow and the end of World War II. Okay. Oh, that's what we just looked at there. And down here we've got the council letter. Town Council of Vaghen, Osterthal, the Music Academy, Musical Square. Dear sirs, pursuant to the provisions of so-and-so, you're hereby given an eviction notice to vacate on or before 26th of November 2005. Okay. The reasons are your failure to pay rent due. You're hereby notified of your right to avoid this eviction by payment. Okay. Sounds like they are closing down.
All these letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time. So that's the famous Vaghen Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Okay, let's see if there's anyone here to talk to. Hello?
Guten Tag.
What now? If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
Oh, sorry. You startled me.
So, now what do you want, council minion?
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector, and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises. The maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month. So, if you don't mind.
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
All right, then. So if I get the mechanical orchestra going, you'll get me that file, right?
Oh, of course, Fraulein. Of course.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh, and here it is. And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Droz you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Vaghen, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the Orchestra of Automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course. All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
Okay, we've got something to work with. Let's open this and take a look. This is the Vaghen hymn. We'll take that.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the Hymn of Vaghen. Someone's added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to. I wonder what it's supposed to represent. The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
Okay.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the... Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
Today, I was due to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town. Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection, and this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off color, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunta.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather. We don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
Thank you for asking, Frau Beckmann, but I'm just a little tired, that's all.
And who was that lady?
Just a friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company, Fraulein Rose. Anyway, I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though. and see, Fräulein.
Incredible.
Isn't it just? You see these flags? Each mechanism housing for each musical automaton on the square is represented by one of these flags.
Fascinating.
Today is the day they are being serviced. Each mechanism has been inspected by an Academy maintenance man. In theory, they're all functional. But if you like, you can go and see these maintenance men on my behalf and fetch back their respective reports. You would be doing me a big favor, as I have to inspect the piano in the kiosk. And also, it will give you a chance to take a peek at each of the automaton mechanisms.
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
Now, take this. You'll need it to open the maintenance room that leads to the most impressive mechanism of all, that of the clock tower.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Do you have any questions before you go?
Do you know who built the mechanical orchestra? My father told me it didn't exist when he was young.
They were built by a strange young French inventor by the name of Vorarlberg some years ago. From what I heard, he was visiting Vaghen while en route to the east, just after the huge fire that destroyed the town. He was moved by the legend of Vera Schönberg, that virtuoso who died in the fire, so he offered his talents to rebuild the city and create the mechanical orchestra.
When the mechanical orchestra played along with me last spring, it was incredible. But how does it manage to play at the same tempo as the piano? It was almost like in a dream.
Oh, it wasn't dream work, Fräulein, but clockwork. The piano is connected to the mechanism that you are going to inspect, and the hymn of Vaghen played on the keys. That's what sets the rhythm and the intensity of the performance, and that's what triggers everything else.
What happened to Vera Schönberg? My mother always says it's the saddest story.
And she's right. You probably know that Vera Schönberg was Waghen's most famous musician at the beginning of the century. But her legend was truly born the night she performed a cello concerto, right here on the square. It was also the night of the worst fire in Waghen's modern history.
And Frau Schönberg, she died in the fire, right?
She did, as well as all the other musicians and the entire audience. They were surrounded by flames, trapped on this square.
How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. But according to the legend, Vera Schönberg kept playing Waghen's hymn until the very end. She understood they were all doomed to die, and her music brought them peace of mind during their last moments. This automaton you played with last spring was created in her image as a final tribute.
I had no idea.
Well, now you know all about the legend of Vera Schönberg. Was there something else, Fräulein Rose?
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fräulein.
So we can switch over to Kate now, but let's check out the devices first. If we just head around, we'll find the first one just here. And there's the maintenance man.
You can tell, Frau Beckmann, this automaton still works correctly, but it's so filthy then it won't last long. It's gonna take me the whole day to give it a good clean if it's to get past winter.
I can hardly believe I held my concert here just 6 months ago. 6 months. Seems like a lifetime. So much has happened. Meeting Leon for a start. It would be so good if he were here now. I love receiving his letters since he left to Baltear with the Origin expedition. The way he described Kantar, the capital, made it sound like a city from a dream. We've said so much on paper. And I love to read between the lines. But since the expedition left Kantar for the mountains, no news. I just hope he's okay.
And let's check out the second one here.
It seems perfectly functional.
Okay, all looks good. Oops, I wanted to have a chat with that guy. There we go.
So you're the one Frau Beckman sent, are you? Well, you can tell her there's no problem with this automaton. Just needs cleaning up and a bit of oiling. Have a gander at the mechanism if you like.
I've seen it. So there's two more. There's two by the center piano, and then there's one in the clock tower and one just on the side of one of the buildings. We might as well. Might as well take a look in here.
Hey, careful what you're doing here, right? Don't go and injure yourself or damage any of the material.
The spare parts for the automatons on the square.
I just come down from the tower. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order up there. The mechanism's in perfect condition.
According to what the maintenance guy told Dana, there should be an access to the clock tower somewhere in the room.
So the access is just here, but you can't get up there at the moment.
Oh, I've already checked over everything upstairs. There's no point you going up there.
That elevator Dana tried to take, it leads to the clock tower. We need to find it, Oscar.
And the final one is just around the corner here. So we'll talk to the maintenance man.
Part of the mechanism was damaged, but I changed it. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order now.
I should go back and see Frau Beckman.
So this one's probably the most complicated. If we take a look at it, it's all working fine now, so I don't need to touch it at all. Okay, let's go talk to Frau Beckman. Give her the report that everything is running fine.
The The report ends here. It doesn't say what happened next.
I think it contains all the information you need to repair the mechanisms on the square, Kate Walker.
The report ends here. It doesn't say what happened next.
I think it contains all the information you need to repair the mechanisms on the square, Kate Walker.
Looks
Okay.
like the rector was right, Oscar. I should be able to find the mechanisms he wants me to repair by following the circuit Dana described in the report.
They would still need to be accessible to us today, Kate Walker.
Glad to see you haven't lost any of your legendary optimism, my dear Oscar. Excuse me. Hello?
Now what?
Okay, so let's see if we can get a bit more information.
I see you're not a fan of modernizing the square.
Oh, the council, in its great wisdom, deemed it outdated and unpredictable for the musical automatons to be triggered by the best student in the academy, or a soloist, or a virtuoso visiting Vaghen. Not to mention buskers, they certainly don't attract any tourists. No, what they thought was they would electrify and computerize the activation of the mechanical concert. So it would happen on a schedule, like an attraction.
Did they do it?
Oh, the talks went on, but nothing was ever done. And so the square has basically been abandoned. And the mechanical automatons have fallen into disrepair.
There's just one problem. Even if I do manage to fix all the different parts of the mechanical orchestra, I still have to play the piano properly, and I haven't played piano since I left junior high. My mom bought me one when I was a kid, but it really wasn't my strong suit.
There's no need to worry. You don't need to be a virtuoso to activate the mechanism. The mechanical orchestra will come out if you play all the notes in the right order, regardless of the rhythm. You just need to know the basics of music reading.
Why is the academy going to close?
For the simple reason that we have no students. No students, no lessons. No lessons, no academy.
And why are there no students? If that's not a stupid question.
Because the mayor has taken away our grant that enabled our institution to become famous the world over.
Why would he do that?
Oh, budget restrictions, apparently. So, no staff, no students.
No students, no lessons. I get it.
But, between you and me and this counter, I'd say that's all just a pretext to get us out of the building.
And why would anyone want to do that?
To make others rich, of course. Property developers who are going to slice our institution up into shops, apartments, and office spaces, just like they've done with all the other buildings around the musical square.
I'd better get going then.
Quite. Good luck with the mechanisms, Fraulein.
Okay, so that was the optional objective there. Let's head on out and see if we can repair the devices. Shouldn't be too difficult with Dana Rose on the other side, and we can look and see how the mechanisms should be.
Looks locked. I can't go in.
Let's check out this one first.
I don't think they mentioned this code in the report. Given the condition of that door, it should give way if I force it a bit.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Such an act is illegal.
Let's just hope that no police come by here.
Right, so we don't have the code for this one. Let's try to break it open.
Looks like a part is missing.
And we do need to find that part before we can complete this one. So I might do this one last.
Something's wrong.
But we have opened it, so we'll come back to that one in a minute.
don't believe it. Because of that van, I can't get to the mechanism. I'll have to find a way to move it.
Okay, this one's blocked as well, so we'll have to come back to this one in a minute. If you do note the number there, we can call that number later on.
Looks locked. I can't go in. That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here. According to the report, we can access the clock tower mechanism through this building, in what today must be the back room.
There is every indication that it is forbidden to the public, Kate Walker.
Come on, Kate, gotta think out of the box.
Employee of the month looks like this guy over here, Joshua Denke, for outstanding performance on effort. Okay.
Guten Tag. How may I help you?
Well, I need to get to the back room of the shop.
This shop?
Yes, if you don't...
I'm sorry, but it's strictly forbidden to the public. Besides, why would anyone want to go back there?
Well, it seems that the back room has the only access to the clock tower, which is where I need to get.
I'm sorry, but it's against company rules. I can't allow it, Fräulein.
Okay, thanks anyway. Okay, I need to find another way in. The elevator Dana saw during her inspection must be right here, behind the door. I need to find a way to reach it.
So we can go around the side, there is an entrance there, but in order to climb up I'll need to push this bin a little bit closer. We need to go and inspect it first.
I should be able to get through it, if I can reach it. I should be able to push this dumpster under the window.
Okay, let's do it.
Good. Now I just have to find the elevator to the clock tower.
Must I?
According to the report, the elevator should be behind there. Let's hope it hasn't been walled up since. There. Okay. Just need to clear the passageway.
Okay, nothing too tricky. We're just going to push that to the side. That gives us access to the elevator. Let's go on up.
they're still magnificent, in spite of their age. I wonder how long it's been since they were activated.
So we need to head on up and around. Inspect the machine. Let's take a look here. Pull that down. Just going to open this. Then we need to pull this down to move the key down. That will open the glass. Press the button there.
That's it for the engine. Now I should open those large doors.
Okay, the engine is on. We'll go down on this side. Do you want to take a look at the toolbox and pick up this piece here for one of the devices? Let's grab that. Okay, turn that around, and that's all we need to do.
Well played, Kate Walker. You seem to be on the right track to successfully completing the service the Rector asked of you.
Thanks, Oscar. But I still have to find the other mechanisms.
So that's 1 of 4. There's another 3 to go. There's two around the central piano, and then there's one behind that vehicle. Let's just run around, head down this side. We can head out through the door here. We don't have to go through the shop. We're just going to turn that around. Unlock the door, head on out.
Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original facades. Doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though. An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Bohogstadt.
Okay, let's inspect this one. So we do need to know the code for this. Let's switch over to Dan and Rose. So it should be just this one here. We can take a look at it. And you'll notice that the door is open, so this is the code here, 8246, I believe. So that's 6428. Let's switch over. Now 6428 is on the reverse side, so we're going to have to add 5 to each of those. So 6428, which is 1973, I believe. Okay, so it has the same numbers on the back there, 6428. So this one has the device, the little piece there, which is missing in the other mechanism. Let's inspect this, have a look. We do need to set it up
Something's wrong.
the same way it's set up in Dana's time here. So let's take a look at this. So we can move this in, grab two of them, move it down, move it back, move it up. I think this is CD, isn't it? Yes, that's fine, that's correct. Let's just... Nope. There we go, let's pull that out. Now this one here will reach actually all the way across to the third column. Let's bring that down. And I believe this is... is it FGA? Yeah, FGA, so that's fine. Let's grab these two up here. I will leave one behind. I think that's where it is, CDE. So I just need to spin that around. Let's turn it around to CDE. There we go. And then this one here is right at the top, GAB. Let's move this one up. GAB, that should be fine. And let's give it a go.
Half done. Let's see what's next.
So that is the second mechanism. Fantastic. Let's go and check out this one again. Let's inspect it. And now I do have the little device here. Let's place that.
Three working now. One more to go.
Okay, so that one was already tuned correctly. We just needed to add that little piece. We need to get rid of this vehicle here. Let's head back into the academy. We'll see if we can get that one moved. So the number is 5, 1, 2, 3, 8, 8, 8, 3, 2, 1.
Vaghen Baufirma, Dietrich. Guten Tag.
Hello, excuse me, but your van's parked on the square and it's blocking the way. Would you mind moving it?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm with a client nearby. I'll move it right away.
Thank you.
And I just noticed that there's a note here that I might be able to look at.
It looks like the rector is desperate to reduce the costs of running the academy.
For emergency use only, this is not a public phone. Okay, sorry about... I read the note after I used it, so I won't use it again. So let's head over to this side. We need the code again. So we'll grab Dana Rose. Send her out over here as well. And she can look down. 4253. Okay, 4253. 4 plus 5 is 9. 2 is 7. 5 is 0, and 3 should be 8. There we go. 4253. Let's take a look at this. So we need to unlock the mechanism first. Moving that up. Okay, so it should be unlocked.
Something's wrong.
Okay, it is unlocked, but it does not sound very good at all. I haven't tried this before, actually. There is... So the schematic drawing. Okay. Yeah, usually what I do is switch over to Dana Rose. I'll get her to inspect the mechanism. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I just get her to inspect each side and I line it up using her perspective. But you can place the schematic there as well. So that should theoretically help a little bit. Let's open these. Looks like it's going to help with getting the right placement here, so maybe it is going to help. Or is this... No, it looks like I don't have... well, I can't see what's behind here, so I think this one here might be this one here. Let's use Dana's perspective anyway, just so I can get this right. So the first one here is the 2 gold circles, that's closed. Okay, second one, there's a bar. There's 3 open holes. Just like that. Okay, that should be fine. They are both open. So I think this one does relate to this one here, this section here. So maybe let's open these. Oh, let's open these first. Just so I can see what's underneath them. I think that's it. No? That must be it there. Okay, let's see what's open, what's closed. Okay, the top 2 are closed, which is the same on this schematic here. There we go. The next one. Is it that? No, I feel like it's this. And that one's closed. And then these 2 are open. I think that's right. And then this, we can't change. Well, we can change this one. Looks like we do need to open... No, this one here is this one here, which does need to be closed. I'll quickly look at Dana's view and see if that's right. It looks right to me. This one's closed, those are open. Okay. Looks fine, so we will go back and inspect the other side. We need to move this out of the way. So it's going to be closed up the top. This one's going to be open, that one's going to be closed. Let's move some of these out of the way. This one's open, this one's closed. This one's closed. That's closed, this is open, and this one here is open. Let's need to move some of these things out of the way. Oh, hang on a minute. I've done this a little bit wrong. Looks like it's like... I should just be using Dana's perspective here. It is a bit easier. Let's go back. Yeah, I do find it a bit easier just to use her perspective here. Up, up. These two are down. Okay. There we go. Up, down, and then to the right and down. Up, down, and then okay, to the right and down. That's fine. Last little section down here. We've got down, down, up, up. This one should be up as well. I just need to move that out of the way. So go down, down, up, up. I think that's okay. Let's give it a go. Sounds good.
Right. Okay. I think this is the last one.
That's right, Kate Walker. You have to go back and activate the piano on the square like the rector asked you.
Okay, let's see how we go. All the devices have been prepared and tuned. We just need to figure out how to use the piano now. Let's take a look.
It looks like this wheel is designed to activate the piano's engine, thanks to the dynamo effect, Kate Walker.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on again.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is just play a note. Let's put the music sheet down. We'll go back for the moment, have a look around. This did open up as well. So we need to open this up.
Poor little thing.
There is no need to get sentimental, Kate Walker. The automaton was made for a specific purpose. It has no notion of sentiment. Indeed, I would go as far to say that it was a basic monofunctional automaton, unlike some of us more evolved automatons, built to serve several purposes.
Broken.
It's broken, but we can use something else. How about Oscar?
Wait, Kate Walker, I am a highly evolved automaton.
Yes, and built to serve several purposes. Off you go now.
I see. You still haven't lost any of your irritating habits, Kate Walker.
Look on the bright side, Oscar. Thanks to you, the piano works now.
Well, hurry up and make use of it like the rector said. Is everything all right, Kate Walker?
It's the same. Exactly the same.
I beg your pardon?
The song I just played with the automatons, Vaghen's hymn, it's exactly the same melody as the one my mom's music box used to play. I used to listen to it all the time when I was a kid. We never did find out what it was.
And finding it today represents a major breakthrough, because?
Because it means that there must be a link between Vaghen, my mom, and probably Dana, too. Dana, who looks so much like me.
Ah, a family connection then.
I don't know, but it's possible. And you can be sure as hell that I'm gonna find out as soon as I've picked up Dana's trail again. Come on, Oscar. Our dear Mahler owes us a file.
Did I already mention how humiliating I think this is?
Oh, you did, Oscar. You did.
Okay, let's go and grab Dana's file. Speak with the rector again.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed your concert so much. Now I can retire fulfilled.
Glad to have been of service. I believe you have a file for me.
Of course, of course. Here it is. Dana Rose, just like you asked.
Thanks. At last. No address here. Oh, this is definitely Dana's file. Now, the address. Dana's home address in 1937. A detached house, it seems. Number 20, Brücke del Nebel. The Bridge of Mists, huh?
Found what you were looking for?
I think so. Well, thank you. And goodbye.
No, thank you, Fraulein.
Okay, let's exit out of here. Let's head back down to the tram. Go to the Bridge of Mists by tram. And that is it for this this part. Let's just go back. To the tram station. I just noticed I can have a look at something here.
Looks like this district has been more modernized than the antique shop district.
Okay, Dana's old house. That's where we need to go to.
I say, this is a very unpleasant way of traveling, Kate Walker.
I know, Oscar. I promise I'll let you out as soon as possible, okay?